All right, the wrap-up show on a Sunday night with John and Jim. What a weekend for the Padres. Just those bats coming alive. Crooked number after crooked number. A huge series win over the Nationals. Actually, the Padres do salvage the split by winning Saturday and Sunday by identical 2-1 scores. Got some big hits. They trailed 1-0 in both games. They got home runs from Josh Bell in both games. Juan Soto on Saturday night. And they really are fortunate to split this 4-game series with Washington, win the season series 4-3. Now they look ahead. Monday off day, 38 games to play, 2 games up for that final spot. That final wild card, actually right now in the 5th spot, but still 2 games up in the final wild card with 38 games to play. So it's John and Jim on the wrap-up show. Please subscribe as you make your way in. We have year-round Padres content for you. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like button for us. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. We'll get to every super tonight as always. If you want to support this channel, great way to do so is by clicking that $sign down below in the chat box. We'll interact and get to all the supers here tonight. You can become a member as well if you want the custom emojis and the badges. Click join next to subscribe down below right now on YouTube, whether you're watching live or on replay. But Jim, I mean,
What's up?
The way the weekend started. First of all, how was your dinner? What'd you eat tonight? Because we're 10 minutes late because of your dinner. So why don't you share with the viewers what you had tonight?
Okay, so this is why we were 10 minutes late. So have you ever been to Normal Heights?
Yes.
Okay, there's a bar restaurant in Normal Heights called the Rabbit Hole. And it's great. It's a great spot. So we were taking Bentley, relationship girl's dog, on a walk. And we ordered food from the Rabbit Hole that we were going to pick up on our walk and then come back home. Well, the reason I'm late is because they didn't get our order. So I ordered food online, paid for it. The payment went through. We get there and they say, we don't have your order. So we had to wait an additional 15 minutes to get our food. And that is why.
Okay, so you're going to throw Rabbit Hole and Normal Heights under the bus for the show starting 10 minutes late.
Completely throwing the Rabbit Hole under the bus. No questions asked. No love lost here. They are being thrown so far under the bus. No sponsorship ever.
No future sponsorship. We're staying away from the Rabbit Hole.
Yeah, exactly. Great place though. Great food.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, great place. It was great. Yeah.
John, honestly,
order and I'm late.
We had a buffalo chicken hummus with
good.
fried chickpeas and feta cheese on like a fried beet with veggies and pita bread. It was right up your alley, man.
Yeah, how the other half lived. Jeez, man, things must be going well in the Russell household. They're eating chickpeas on top of a bed of lettuce or something.
Look at this. Has to be better. Jim on the Rabbit Hole. Hey, it's worked. I mean, it's working so far.
It's worked with Josh Bell. It hasn't worked for Josh Hader, but it's working for everyone else. All right, let's get started. Again, Padres win 2-1. Josh Bell today, the hero, mired in that Padres long slump since the trade acquisition, but not the last 2 days. Big hits. Home runs yesterday and today. The difference in this game, the only 2-run score on that Josh Bell home run today, just over the right field wall. Jared, thank you for your super. Thank you for your membership. Thank you for being a mod for us as well. Great to have you with us tonight. In the chat, he says, just so y'all know, I wore the only Bell jersey last night and said he'd hit a home run and his streak would start. You are welcome. Thank you, Jared, for doing that.
Good job, Jared.
We knew it would come, right? It's hard to go 40 or 50 consecutive games and slump, and thankfully he has broken out with that home run yesterday, which was that to straightaway center field, or where was the home run yesterday? No, that was Soto to straightaway center
field. It was right center.
Okay, right center. And then today, just clearing that Petco porch and right only
field.
Offense for the Padres.
And he was batting right-handed, too. It was a right-handed bomb to left field. Or right field, excuse me.
Yep.
I forget his name. Who did we talk to a couple weeks? The radio voice of the Nationals?
Dave Jagler.
We talked to Dave Jagler.
Streaky.
And he said, Josh Bell is very streaky. And when he gets hot, his hot stretches are out of this world. So hopefully, and he mentioned the other day or today, I forget, I think it might have been the other day, that he found something in the batting cages before the game. And he goes out and hits that big home run.
What did he find? The bat? I mean, like
he found the baseball and the bat. He's like, oh, this is how this works.
I heard what Bob Melvin said last night. He was letting the ball travel to him during that slump, and now he was being more aggressive, at least last night. Maybe that continued today.
So
attacking that pitch from Patrick Corbin.
I have no worry about Juan Soto. Okay. I got no worry about Manny. You get a hot Josh Bell, that's a game changer. But you need to score more than 2 runs a game.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's like, listen, we can celebrate this weekend. The truth is they split a series with the Nationals at home, which is not good enough. And here's the other truthful statement, that this offense is completely lost. I mean, this offense is completely lost. They cannot hit with men in scoring position. They cannot hit with 2 outs. They had 3 opportunities with men in scoring position today off Patrick Corbin. It was 17 losses. Patrick Corbin, like Jim tweeted out, looked like Cy Young or
better.
Sandy Koufax.
Better.
You know, I mean, Patrick Corbin, you can't allow that to happen. Even in the first inning, Myers leads off the game with a single. He's picked off. You have 2 more hits or 2 more base runners in that inning. You got to do better than this. And you can't score 2 runs against the Guardians and expect you're going to win, or the Dodgers, or in Colorado, or in Kansas City, even though Kansas City isn't good. They got to be better than this. This offense has to be better than this if they're going to make the postseason. They're fortunate they got 2 wins. It masked it for a moment, for a weekend. But there's 38 games left, a lot of them against good teams. You play like this on offense, you're not going to the postseason. They got to be better than this.
They have to. I mean, splitting with the Nationals, you have no other choice but to take it, but it's not good enough.
Yeah. Nope.
And the way you won these 2 games, like, yeah, of course you'll notch those, but that's not good enough. Like, you're supposed to beat the Nationals, but the way that this team is playing right now, it just you know, like you said, does that give you any confidence they can go into September and take 5 of 9 against the Dodgers? Just go 5-4 against the Dodgers. Like, that even feels like a task that.
Well, that's a huge task. I mean, they're on pace for 113 wins.
I mean, they beat the shit out of Sandy Alcantara today, and Sandy Alcantara was better than Cy Young versus the Padres a couple of days ago.
Let's get to this super here from Jared. Jared, thank you again for the supers. He says, so yesterday I said on Facebook that I'd wear my Bell jersey. Did I miss a super earlier from you, Jared? I'll go back and look if I did. I apologize.
Probably.
So yesterday I said on Facebook that I'd wear my Bell jersey. He'd hit a homer to right, and because I showed him love, he'd start his hitting streak. You're welcome. Okay. I don't think he realized he did 2 supers. He said, I didn't see my first super. Now they both pop up. Okay. Jared, thank you. Very kind. We appreciate your support. Bell is important, obviously. I mean, there's no question. You need slug in this lineup, and they have it with Machado and Soto, and they're going to need it with Bell, and they're going to need other contributors because Tatis isn't saving this team this year, obviously. So Bell's important. It's nice to see. I think it's a good time for an off day for this team, to be honest. Then they'll travel Thursday. That's another off day before they go to Kansas City. But let's see how they look on the other side of this. They're taking on a Cleveland team, Jim, that's in first place right now in the AL Central, 64-56. So it gets real starting Tuesday night.
It's already real, John. It's been real for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, but you're playing real opponents. I mean,
true. Once you get to September 1, game on. You got a 2-game lead here in the wild card race. You're technically the 5 seed now, which is good.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You're only 7.5 games back of the 4 seed. Who says no?
I do.
Oh, wow. Would it be a Debbie Downer?
7.5. Look at it this way. I think if you went 30-8, and that means if the Braves went in the same number of games, 23-15, they've played much better pace than that the last 2 months. You'd still be the 5. So they need to close something like 30-8, I would say, to have a shot at that 4 seed, 29-9, somewhere in that range.
And you got to think about it too. Just make the playoffs at this point. Who cares? Because it doesn't look like you're going to get a home playoff series, which kind of sucks and defeats the purpose of having such a big payroll and going all in at the trade deadline. You're like,
no. I don't think that. What do you mean?
No, I don't mean it that way. I don't mean it defeats the purpose. I mean that, this is what I mean. The hopes at the trade deadline and this year were to get a home playoff series. Yeah, not it defeats the purpose. I don't mean it that way. I mean, like, the hopes of getting a playoff series, those feel like they're gone, and that was what they expected to happen, and it's not going to happen now.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. I mean, it's going to be, listen, either the Braves could collapse or you got to play unbelievable baseball to finish. Now, what I am encouraged by this weekend against the Nationals, again, you're playing a AAA team, is that you got excellent starting pitching. You Darvish, we'll get into Sean Manaea, who needed this, a redemption game for him. He had a 6.8 ERA, I think, in his prior 11 starts coming in combined. Who pitched yesterday for the Padres?
Yesterday was Musgrove.
Musgrove was great yesterday. He made some phenomenal defensive plays. The play
that one-hand catch,
comebacker, yeah.
What?
And the way they survived last night with Luis Garcia on the mound, by the way, first and second in the one-run game in the ninth inning, one out.
Drury with potentially the play of the year.
Yeah, because
then they got topped by. Then he got topped today by Ha-Seong Kim.
No joke. We'll get into that as well. I was shocked that Kim got up from that play. But if Drury doesn't make that play, or if things go awry there in the ninth inning and you lose again, then who's to say you don't get swept today? And then at that point, I'm just telling you, this season's like cooked. Even if you would have been technically even for that final wild card, the writing
logical aspect of this whole thing would have been like, we can't beat the Nationals.
Yeah, right. You get swept at home by the Nationals. But they didn't. They won these last two games. They won close games. They've been good in one-run games this year, even with the Hader and Rogers issues. Right. Cam, thank you for your super. Thank you for your membership. He says Manaea, Bell, Profar, Suarez, Martinez, and Kim. Finally, a pretty clean game. Big week coming before the divisional games. Yeah, LFGSD, thanks for the show, J&J. Thank you, Cam, for your super and your viewership. Yeah, today was clean. And Manaea threw, 69 pitches in 7 innings? That's unbelievable.
I mean, I didn't know Nick Martinez had that in him.
Yeah, he was throwing.
He was throwing like 97. You're like, what the hell?
Either did I.
96.
Forget
97?
the committee. The committee is now Nick Martinez.
Well, look, you're at a point of your season where even if Josh Hader has the rep of being one of the best closers in the last 6 years, if he's not pitching well, you can't pitch him in those situations. I don't care about rep now. Who's going to get it done for you? If Nick Martinez can get it done for you, boom, then he's your closer. Like, I don't care about who these guys' names are, right? Get the job done. There's no time for hurt feelings. Okay. If you can't get the job done, you shouldn't be out there. And if Nick Martinez can do a better job than one of the best closers the last 7 years, then you go with Nick Martinez. End of story.
Yeah, I ride the hot hand is what I'm doing. And Hader's not closing for this team anytime soon. I mean, he's got to completely change everything that's going on with him. I mean, yeah, he's got to find a way to pitch effectively. I'm surprised they're leaving him on the big league roster to kind of figure himself out and work on mechanics in the big leagues. I mean,
it's
the big
also
leagues
tough too, because like you want to get him in there, but you also don't want to put him in a close game. And with the way this team is playing right now, they don't have many 10-3 games like they did in Miami.
Well, the next time he pitches, they're going to be losing. I promise you that. There's no way he pitches with a lead unless it's 10-2 San Diego.
Right. That's exactly. He's either pitching with a 10-2 lead or he's pitching with a 10-2 deficit.
That's exactly right. Or 6-2 deficit. You got 4 in the 8th inning. Here you go. You can have this inning. Game's over.
Go do something.
Yeah. France, thank you for your super. He says, okay, here are the new rules. Going forward, if Jim is late, he must, in all caps, take a shot. What do you think of that, Jim?
Who is this guy? Cabana Boy Jeff? If you know, you know.
Yeah, a little bit of an inside joke from last night at
well, I am drinking a strawberry seltzer tonight.
Oh, must be nice. Is that non-alcoholic or alcoholic?
Alcoholic, going big.
Oh, sure. Jim just drinks every night now. I see how it is. Padres win a couple. That's the new streak. Every time the Padres win, you need to drink.
Yeah, I'm just, eating buff feta cheese and fried chickpeas and fried beets and some strawberry seltzer.
Lemon. You're turning into like me.
I am.
You need to get a life.
Well, you met relationship girl last night, so
yes.
Yeah, breaking news chat. John.
I met Jim's girlfriend. Should I give a review or something?
Review?
If you're looking if you want a question answered on relationship girl, get a super and I'll see what I can do.
Okay, perfect.
Let's get to some of these supers. We're going to tell you about Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance, our title sponsor, in a moment. Again, the Padres win. They split the series. They do so impressively today, at least with pitching. Sean Manaea and the bullpen. Josh Bell, the hero, offensively in a 2-1 win. That's a good question. Kind of quasi, right? Is that what or is she more than a quasi Padres fan? I mean, she didn't grow up. She did not grow up a Padres fan.
She is in love with Juan Soto.
Okay, she's a Juan Soto fan.
Loves some Juan Soto.
So do I. How about Juan Soto on a camel today at Petco Park?
What the fuck? What was that?
It was family day at Petco, so they brought in like petting zoo.
Oh wow! And then
I think the camel was for the kids one. Like I think they brought the camel in for the kids.
He's like, no. Let me ride the camel.
Dude, he's like Micah Parson. He's like he's a big guy. That camel.
Dude, he's massive.
Yeah, brace for that camel. I was a big camel. That was not some small camel, but he looked like he was having the time of his life on that photo. Like maybe all that the Padres needed was a camel. Get rid of the black cat, put the camel in the dugout.
Right.
The real live camel in the dugout. Sullivan, chill.
Calm down.
Alex, thank you for the super. He says, Kim, Manny, Bell. Who going to be next on Jim's call-out list to break out? Maybe Jake? Nola? What do you think of that? Well, I mean, Hader's the next.
Hader's the next guy. Yeah. Hader's the next. Because
then again, this offense can't score.
Right. So I fixed Manny. I guess as of right now, I fixed Josh Bell. So we're just waiting on Hader because I've already called him out multiple times. So the bat signal is lit. It's out there. Just got to wait for those players to perform. But I'm 2 for 2 so far with Manny and Josh Bell. You're welcome.
Thank you, Jim.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alex. And thank you to JD's Third. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Please subscribe if you're a Padres fan. Please consider a super by clicking that $sign down below. Great way to support this channel. We will get to all of the supers here today. Smash the like button for us. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. As the Padres split with the Nats this weekend, they are off Monday, back Tuesday night against the Guardians of Cleveland. So JD's Third, thank you for your super. He says, okay, Padres on the road are good, right? 33-30 is good. Typically a formula to get into the postseason, be over 500 on the road. Now, 20-27 against teams over 500, Jim. So let's just name them. Cleveland, Dodgers for 9. Cleveland for 2, that's 11. Give me
Cardinals.
Cardinals, there's 3, that's 14. Now, the Giants are hovering around 500.
White Sox
are over. Yeah, that's about, okay, so that's about, I want to say about 17 games now of 38. The Giants, you have 6. They're 1 game under. So you got 23 of 38 against teams over 500 or close to 500.
And then the Rockies in Colorado are like the 98.
That's like over
Yankees.
500. Yeah.
The greatest team ever versus the Padres there.
So what do you still have left that's soft? I mean, technically Kansas City on the road, they're 20-something under. Arizona, Padres have played really well against Arizona this year. They obviously have a series or 2 against the Diamondbacks, I think home and road.
Yeah.
So that's about it. I mean, Kansas City, Arizona, that's about it. Got to play well against good teams and at least hold their own.
Yeah, have to.
And Milwaukee's playing like University of Phoenix online.
They're playing the Cubs every game.
Yeah, no, the Cubs are somehow amazing right now.
Like the Pirates. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, I know. Reds. Also, thank you, JD's 30 says, also, Padres on pace to break LOB record all time. Did you realize that, Jim? That is true.
True?
I believe that's an accurate statement. Thank you, JD's 30.
Shut the fuck up.
You're being serious, right? Because I want to say Bob Melvin had talked about that post-game recently.
Oh, my God.
That's not really a good trait.
No.
They're getting guys on, I guess. They don't get anyone in. I mean, every single Jorge Alfaro today, like 30 opportunities, striking out, swinging a pitch. Jorge Alfaro. I mean, is it Campusano time?
If Seriously. Look, it's probably too late for that. If it was going to happen, it should have happened like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Now
we need to unjinx Alfaro. You need to look at his last month. He's like 2 for his last 30.
Dude, he's playing with 1 leg.
Well, he's playing though is the key word.
I know. When I hear Bob Melvin say after games that he believes it's gonna like the hits are gonna come with runners in scoring position. We're gonna break out here soon. It literally brings me back to Jace Tingle last year saying the almost exact same thing about the offense. You're like, at some point you are who you are, and to flip the switch and go from a team that's going to break a record for man left on base for a season to become like really good. I mean, at some point you are who you are, and then some players just have to step up and play out of their mind.
Well, I mean, they're 124 games into their season. Now, you could say that, well, the dynamic of Soto, Bell, Drury could change things, and it could. So far, it hasn't. If anything, they're worse. I mean, over the last 3 weeks, they're worse with men in scoring position than they were previously. I know that. Jesse, thank you for the super. Thanks for hanging out in Hawaii tonight, Jesse. Good to have you as always.
Must be nice.
What's up? Yeah, must be nice. We're slumming it here in San Diego. It's been terrible.
Okay.
It's like 75 today. It was awful.
It was a perfect day. It sucked.
It was just the worst. What's up, guys? How could you even go outside to pick up your food? The weather was so awful.
Yeah, I mean, the strawberry.
Did you drive and then take out an umbrella and then?
No, we walked and we saw a beautiful sunset. We hated it.
Disgusting. That's disgusting.
Nice
horrible. Sunsets are so hideous. I hate sunsets. What's up, guys? Can we just say Manny is having an amazing year? He really is. Carrying this offense, Tatis being out, offense struggling. He is. You're right. He's had an amazing year. And if you could take his injury out of the equation and give him a couple of more weeks of better offensive play or overall play where he tried to will himself back onto the field, never went on the IL. Like if he had 2 more weeks this year where he played like he did the first 2 months or the last 2 weeks, he'd be the MVP of the National League. You know, I think that's all that's separating him.
He'll be a top 5. He'll be top 5 in the voting. I think right now, hard to go against Paul Goldschmidt. His numbers are.
What's he hitting, like 370? I mean,
it's ridiculous. And the Cardinals are going to win the division, so that's
red hot.
Yeah. So I would say this is Manny's best year in a Padres uniform. He might have had more homers in his first year, but I would say overall this is Manny's best year with the Padres.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to get back to the supers in a moment, Jim. Whatever's on your mind, keep it in your mind or on your mind. Let's get back. Start eating your beet hummus or whatever.
It was delicious, dude.
I want to thank Mark Nimitz, so does Jim, for his support of the wrap-up show. He's the title sponsor of the wrap-up show. If you have insurance needs, your first call has to be to Mark. There's a link down below for Mark Nimitz, auto, home, renters, life, earthquake insurance. I have homeowners and earthquake through Mark. You switch your insurance, you can save $750. $750. So get in contact with Mark. Again, if you ever have a claim, I've told you about this for months because we had a claim a couple of months ago. Mark took care of everything, got us an Airbnb. Shoot, Jim even visited me at my Airbnb, which is like spectacular because of Mark. So he can save you thousands of dollars if you ever have a claim. He's got great service and communication. He is a huge Padres fan. He lives and dies on this stuff. He's a San Diegan, born and raised here. If you have insurance needs and you want to save money, you got to go with Mark Nimitz first. And again, if you are here in San Diego and you want to support a local business that does business with us here on the Wrap-Up Show, please go with Mark Nimitz. Everyone has insurance needs at one point or another. The next time your insurance is up, please get in contact with Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. There's a link down below.
Yeah, all his information always is above my head. mnimitz at farmersagent.com. Reach out to him. Let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you.
All right. Thank you, Mark, and thank you, Alex, for the super. So is this right? Or the Padres have 68 wins. Is that right? I'm just looking at the standings right now. Padres
68
are,
and 55.
yeah, 68 and 56.
56, sorry, yeah.
So last year, 79 wins. How many games do we say are remaining? 38. Well, they'd have to go 12. Do I have this right? Yeah, 12 and 26 to finish 80 and 82. It'd be a complete failure. Complete failure. So if they don't get to 80, I mean, I don't even know what to say, but they got to do much better than that. I mean, clearly 80 is not anywhere near the postseason. I don't think 81, 82, 83 will be with the National League, which is good. Bryce Harper's coming back for the Phillies. Brewers, we'll see about the Brewers, but Jim, they're going to need 85 plus win. I mean, they have to go 500 down the stretch, in my opinion, to have a shot. That's 19 and 19, and you can still get passed by Milwaukee if they play better than that by a couple of games.
I think at minimum they have to go 20 and 18. Minimum. Anything less than that, you're gonna it's gonna be tough.
You're asking for trouble.
Yeah. So 20 and 18. That's why the series versus the Nationals and the entire season versus the Nationals hopefully doesn't bite you in the ass. When you go 4-3 against the Nationals this year, I mean, not good enough.
Good enough. Yeah, I know. It's like 5-2 was you had to go 5-2. I mean,
yeah. So you can if you want to go 5-2 and then you go 20-18 on the stretch, you got 89 wins.
Okay, wait. So okay, you're right. Yep.
So 20-18, even if you go 6-1 versus the Nationals, which is what you probably should have done.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They could have, right?
You go 500 down the stretch, you get 90 wins.
Yep. No, you're right. 80's not good enough, as we all know. I mean, 80's. It would be 80. You're left scratching your head. What happened?
If they win only 80 games this year, it would be a worse collapse than last season. in my
I
opinion.
agree because you didn't add Juan Soto last year. Now I know you had Tatis, but you didn't
And
add
you're
Juan Soto.
healthy. You have a healthy team.
Yeah, you're starting pitching. You didn't have that last year. You have starting pitching every fifth day. Now guys are getting rest because you got off days here. Guys are getting
Yeah.
the fifth and sixth day here,
Yeah.
which I think is beneficial. I really do think could be beneficial for them down the stretch. That's why I'm encouraged. I don't like where the offense is right now, but the starting pitching was really good this week. And again, you're facing not a great lineup, if we're being honest, but it's still the big leagues.
And if you look at it too,
mhm.
the pitching staff pitched way better when it was a 6-man rotation. When they were all getting an extra day of rest and they got to 17 games over 500, like that was when this team was at its best, and that was when the pitchers got the most rest, and that's where clearly the pitching staff was carrying the load.
You're right. I agree. Eclipse Freak 7, thank you so much for the super. We appreciate your support of this channel. And again, guys, if you want to make sure we get your comment, just click that $ down below. We greatly appreciate your support of the channel. He says, damn, those neon lights are fire. The show looks awesome on my 70-inch screen TV.
Ooh.
Number one show I look forward to after work. That's dope. We appreciate you saying that. Thank Relationship Girl for Jim's sign.
Yes.
Thank my wife for my sign.
Yes.
Dude, if we were just single dudes, we'd be sitting in like a tent somewhere without internet.
Oh, dude, if we were single, it would be. You saw me how I dealt with my internet for like 7 months. It was like
awful.
Like it was awful. You wanted to kill me.
I did, and I still do. Listen, if you support this channel, by the way, and we appreciate that, Eclipse Freak, we really appreciate if you tell someone about it. Like if you know Padres fans that consume content, radio, YouTube, whatever, we always appreciate the shout outs on social media. We appreciate you bringing people to the wrap-up show. The more the merrier, right? When it comes to Padres fans. So thank you for support. Eclipse Freak, thank you so much. We really do appreciate that. All right, let's continue on here with the Supers. Again, the Padres winning 2-1. Sean Manaea, really good. He did allow that home run to Nelson Cruz that I don't think landed yet. But other than that, he was excellent here tonight. They were attacking him.
Was hit so hard.
And oh my so God. Far. I mean, Nelson Cruz, he doesn't get cheated.
You couldn't have put it on a tee better for Nelson Cruz.
You couldn't have. I agree. I'm trying to see if I missed anything here recently, Jim, or not in the chat.
Well, I like this. I like this from
hold on.
Albuquerque Turkey Town Sports. Those neon lights look like fixed taco stand in San Diego.
That's kind of dope.
Yeah.
That's the look we're going for.
We're trying to get that San Diego vibe.
Yeah, exactly. I think we got that going on.
Yeah.
I do.
I don't think we missed anything.
Okay, so a couple of things that we should definitely hit on here tonight. The Kim play that you briefly mentioned earlier. So that was when the Padres were trailing, and I want to say next half inning is when Josh Bell homered. Plays like that are momentum swinging plays that sometimes lead to offense, right? Your success in the field can lead to success at the plate. I know it wasn't Kim that hit the 2-run home run, it was Bell, but that was just a phenomenal play. I mean, if you watch, and I know you tweeted you watched a lot, so did I. Machado's obviously close to the ball. The shortstop is the dead run angle there. Machado's like, there's no play on this ball. And Kim's like, well, I don't even care. I'm just gonna go through the wall and try to make a play on that ball. I mean, that you can't make a better play than the play he made. No. To give up your body like that, you can't do better than that.
No, that was a highlight reel play that should be played on Ha-Seong Kim's highlight reels for the rest of time. And that was an amazing catch. Excuse me. That was an amazing catch. You're right. Defensive plays like that can be game changers. Because who knows if he doesn't make that catch? Obviously, it was in foul territory, so it wouldn't have mattered. But maybe next pitch, the guy hits a double, home run, whatever. Like those are game changing plays, and that's one of the best plays all year by anybody in baseball.
It was a phenomenal play by an infielder. It really was. I mean, I didn't think there was any chance that ball was going to hit the net, by the way. And for him to get there, it was incredible.
Do you think, and I don't know who's at short, do you think he should be in the running for a Gold Glove?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because here's the thing. I mean, he's been able to play it primarily because Tatis hasn't been here. Yeah. I think the Padres have Gold Glove candidates all over the place, honestly. Obviously,
if
Machado.
Manny does not win a Gold Glove this year, the whole thing's rigged.
You know, with who knows, obviously.
It's rigged. It will be if it's Arenado again.
Well, that's the
Then
thing.
I just can't put much stock into the Gold Glove anymore.
Did you see the play Manny made tonight in the 9th inning where he
he looked over at
gloved the
Kim,
ball, looked
pointed
over
at
to
him,
Kim, like pointed at him, and then threw over to first? I mean, dude, this guy is such
badass.
swag. You should
Yeah,
get
you
swag
love it.
points for Gold Gloves. You're right. Okay, Machado could absolutely win one. Kim could absolutely win one. Jurickson Profar is like the greatest left fielder to have never played left field in the history of left field.
He could win one. Do the play today off the wall? That was a huge play.
It was. Cronenworth is an excellent fielder.
Cronenworth could have won a Gold Glove every year he's been in the league.
We will count Hosmer as a Padre if he wins one. I'm joking. You're not getting one behind home plate, I can promise you that. You're not getting one in center field, I promise you that. And you're not getting one in right field because there's no chance in hell you're getting one in right field. But you could get a couple.
Could any of the pitchers get a Gold Glove?
Third. What's that?
Could any of the pitchers receive a Gold Glove on the team?
Musgrove, but I don't even. Who the hell knows? How do you even determine pitcher Gold Gloves? I have no idea because they so rarely are in the field. Only every 5th or 6th day.
Right.
All right, where are you at Productions? Thank you so much for this kind
man.
super. Thank you. We appreciate you hanging out with us the last few
Or
nights.
woman. Thank you.
Interacting.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Where are you at Productions says, great last 2 games, Musgrove and Manny, no doubt. They were clutch. Bell stepped up. Kim's catch today has to be voted as one of the best catches this year. We agree. Let's ride this winning streak. He says, also, will Nomar's DFA affect us or are we good? I just don't think they need him. Because now that right field is plugged in, now that Soto plays every day in right, you don't need a platoon right fielder.
No.
So because of that, he was expendable. That's why Matt Batten ultimately might not be in this roster. You could probably just promote someone that's having more success in AAA. That's why I think when rosters expand.
Eggy Rosario.
Yeah, I think that could be Rosario. And I think when rosters expand, by the way, Jim, you are going to see Campusano. You're going to add a third catcher on September 1st, which is like how many days away? Just days away. At this point, you can have 2 players on September 1st. So I do think Campusano's coming up. I thought Mazara had some good moments for this team, to be honest. You know, I wish I saw more power from him, but I think he served the team well during his time here.
I think when Will went down and there was such a gap in the outfield and Will was not performing while he was playing.
Right.
And I remember your plea for just, can anybody come up and just hit like 280 for like 2 weeks? That was Nomar Mazara.
He did that. Yeah.
I think he played a big role on this team when they were in like no man's land for outfield. He obviously didn't provide the power, but he got on base. While he was the everyday right fielder, he hit for average. His defense at times was suspect, but I think he played very well while he was here and filled the gap that was a huge hole until they got Juan Soto.
Yeah, I agree. No, I thought he performed well. It seemed like he was very likable in the clubhouse, but this is a business, obviously. And he was DFA'd. What was the corresponding move?
I don't know.
Since someone put that in the chat, we're running around. I forget what the corresponding move was. We're idiots. Oh, it was the Zokar. Who gives right. Honestly, I like the reason I like it is this team doesn't run. And I understand that you're not running with the Sotos and the Machados in the middle of this lineup. You're trying to run into balls. But someone like a Zokar can run. And I can't necessarily hit, but he's a defensive replacement. He's a pinch runner. And if you need a bag, he hopefully can steal a bag. And they just don't run. Right. And everyone runs on them. That's not a good combination.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not great.
Evan, thank you. Thank you for the super. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you guys for the supers. He says, I'm watching delayed, but shout out to my boy Bell heating up. He is. Some big hits. Again, he hasn't had that 3-hit game. Hasn't had that 2 double game, but 2 huge hits.
Massive hits.
Trailing in both games. 1-0 yesterday, 1-0 today.
Yep.
Late in game. Not the first inning, like the 6th inning.
Yeah. I mean, yesterday had to felt so good because 96 up in the zone, and he just got on top of that thing and fucking launched it.
He did. He did launch that.
Yeah.
Is this right, by the way, Alex? That Kim doesn't have an error? Is that possible?
I don't know.
I'm going to look up his fielding stats. Alex, is this right? Come on, he's got to have an error.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm looking at his fielding stats, and he has not committed an error. Holy shit. How?
How many chances does he have?
No, hold on.
You sure about that?
No, I'm not sure about that at all. No. So
Think
I'm
he had
looking
an
at
error
Baseball Reference.
Do you have
And
an error
that's
today?
he's got. Hold on, that's not right. He's got 5 errors. He's got no errors at third. He's got 5 errors at short in 94 games
That makes more sense.
in 335 chances. Yeah, so he's got 5 errors. But now 5 errors in 118 games at third and short is impressive. His fielding percentage at short is 985. His fielding percentage at third is 1,000 in 24 games. So he's been a damn good fielder.
Very good.
0 is crazy, guys. 0 in an infield is because sometimes you get screwed by your first baseman, right? That happens all the time. You make a decent throw that's it's supposed to bounce up there, and then you get the error.
Something's got caught in my throat. Eric Hosmer.
Oh, did he get caught in your throat? It's not possible because he can't catch anything. Alex, thank you for the super.
Holy shit. John's on one.
Alex says they'll give the Gold Glove to Turner over Kim. It will be straight Dodgers bias. Sorry, I can't read.
Again, that we'll see. I just don't know if the Gold Glove means as much as it used to.
No, it doesn't. But for these players, you definitely want them. You know, maybe it's good in free agency, or I don't know what value they have. Are they worth anything financially? I have no idea.
Yeah, it needs to be evaluated better.
It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
And again, errors aren't the greatest indicators, right? Because you can only commit an error on the ball you can get to. So guys get to balls and commit errors, but they might be better fielders because they get to more balls than guys that don't get to balls.
Right. Like the metrics, like your range for somebody, like you could make all the routine plays. And you're like, oh, I had 0 errors this year. It's like, well, this guy's range was twice as yours and he made 5 errors,
but he got to 1 million more balls. So would you rather have someone get to 1 million balls and glove things or not glove things? I'd rather have guys glove things and make some mistakes here and there. Alex, thank you. Sorry, I can't read your super. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Pseudonym, thank you. Pseudonym 284 says, love to see Bell and Drury getting barrels. Also glad the team finally gets to rest. They've played 124 games, most in baseball. Haven't had a day off since the Giants series. I mean, this is the one thing that they have to benefit them, Jim, down the stretch. They're not playing the Pirates and the Reds and the Cubs, but they have off days, and someone could look it up for us, but I want to say 6 or 7 in the final 6 weeks, including 2 this week. One of them is a travel day for Kansas City. But I do think that helps late in the year. You need blows, specifically with starting pitching, and you're getting it right now.
And I don't like it's off days in September.
Yeah.
Like I know
you just want to go.
You just want to go, right? You rather have those off days in like August or July. I mean, well, not July because you get a full week, but maybe the start of the season. So the off days could help them because of the pitching staff, more importantly, but you want to start getting on a roll here. And if you get on a roll, you don't want an off day in September. You want to just go.
Yeah, I agree with you. We do want to thank our newest partner here on the wrap-up show, Omar Sanchez at Edge Home Finance.
Check out his brand. Look at that picture.
Look at that picture. Look at Omar, man. He should be on this show.
Looking sharp.
Good. He's got a brand new website we're going to show you in a moment. Loansbyomar.com. And by a moment, I mean right now. Let's show you his website, loansbyomar.com. This is a great site. We were just talking with Omar this past week and checking out all new, brand new site. So let's tell you about Omar Sanchez. If you are a Padres fan, he is here to help you with your mortgage. Simple as that. Check out the new site, loansbyomar.com. Typically on the screen, you can see that QR code. You can scan that. It'll get you to his website, or text him 619-387-7798. He's your San Diego native mortgage broker. If you're looking to buy your dream home or refinance to consolidate your debt, Omar's your guy. If you're in the process of buying or refinancing and you want a second opinion to make sure you're getting the best deal, just call or text Omar. You're going to get a free consultation. So at his website, though, here's what I want you to do. Loansbyomar.com. Click on education. And you get all these modules, all these videos for first-time home buyers and renters and about refinancing. Everything you could possibly need is here on his website. It's easy to consume. It's a great site. Like we always say, If you support this channel and you want to support a local business, and if you just have any mortgage needs or you just want to talk to them about your current home situation, get in contact with them. Just go to the website, loansbyomar.com. Again, it's loansbyomar.com. San Diegan, went to San Diego State, huge Padres fan, big supporter of this channel.
Yeah, the QR code on the screen there, top of the corner, usually above John's head. When you're watching the wrap-up show, just scan the QR code. It will take you right to this website. Go there right now. It looks amazing. Everything you need for all your home and loan and mortgage needs. Or you can text them 619-387-7798. Omar will always reach out back to you. And when you reach out to him, let him know that John and Jim from the wrap-up show sent you.
Loansbyomar.com. Thank you again, Omar, for your support of this channel. All right, let's get back to the chat. I see a couple of supers have rolled in here. Thank you guys for hanging out. Please subscribe if you're a Padres fan. That's all we ask. Smash the like button for us as well. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. You can become a member. You get the custom emojis and the badges and the members-only content. You can also support this channel by clicking the $ down below. We get to all of the super chats, including this one from our buddy Jake. Jake, thank you for your support.
Thanks, Jake.
He says, guaranteed Hosmer responsible for all 5 of Kim E's. I'll guarantee this. It's at least half. So 2 or 3 of them. There's no doubt he played a significant role in them.
There was not, it wasn't this year, it was last year. I remember Kim made a spectacular play at short. It was like diving to his like left in the outfield, spun around like one foot, like wasn't even looking, through a perfect one hop. Hosmer completely fucked it up. And they showed they went right back to Kim, and his face was like this.
I remember that.
Remember that? Mm-hmm. That was that to me, and I don't care what anybody says. Well, Kim needs to make a better throw. Your job as a first baseman is to pick up your teammates and scoop the ball and help them. And that was an amazing play, and he's made multiple plays this year too. And Hosmer was the fucking worst at it.
Yeah, there's the perfect example of why errors don't really matter, or are not a good indicator of defensive ability. Because you get to a ball, you do all the work, and then you get the error. It's like if he just didn't even try to field the ball, no error.
Yeah.
Like, it's stupid, but that's a better play, just not trying to field the ball? No, of course not. That's stupidity.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, iOS guy, who says, here it is, 7 off days.
Wow.
Tomorrow, Thursday, and then every week, 9-1, 9-8, then another one, 9-12, then 9-19, 9-26, then a week until the end of the season. Essentially, so enough where you can rest your starting pitching at least over the next couple of weeks. Is it too many off days? I don't know what that necessarily means. I'm sure the guys enjoy it. I'm sure they wouldn't complain about them, but that's a lot of time. I mean, that's just from 8:22 to 9:26. So over those 33, 34 days, whatever it is, you're not playing 7 times out of 34 days. That seems like a lot of days.
And you want to get a real here. But the off days will help the pitching staff the most.
True.
We've seen how this pitching staff performs on 6 days rest, and they're pretty damn good. So hopefully that helps the pitching staff, and then the offense has to do something.
It's got to do something. They do. Good question from our member, Pedro. Thanks, Pedro. He says, any word if Toddy will address the team during an off day or soon? I'd be surprised there's an off day, because wouldn't you be resentful if you were a player? Like, I got to come in like I'm supposed to be fishing or at the beach. Or I'm
telling you, man, they've moved on, bro. They're done. It's over with this year. Now,
unfortunately, the offense could still use them, and it doesn't look like the offense has moved on.
No, they haven't. But yeah, I think there are some people in that clubhouse that probably don't even want to see him right now. Like, why? What are you doing here? We moved on, dude. You fucked up. You made a mistake. You hurt this team, and move on without you.
Yeah, so you're probably right. But I do think there's something about closure. Again, it doesn't have to be some 6-hour event, but something about, hey, listen, on me, here's the explanation. I'll see you guys in March.
This is why it should have happened like right away. Because now it's like you're now creating potentially another distraction when you got to be focusing on more important things. And the time removed since he got suspended, like, it's over for this season, right?
It's almost like I forgot about it.
Exactly, because now we're focused on the team and how they're going to perform to make the postseason. So that's why I thought that he should have done it right away when it was fresh, when it was in everybody's minds. and don't bring it back up, because I guarantee you there's a lot of people in that clubhouse too that are like, we're over it. We're done.
But the right away would have been this National Series, not sooner. The team was on the road. Like, you're not going to fly to Miami.
Should have been Thursday.
The team.
Should have been Thursday.
But Thursday is like they were playing terrible baseball, and then you're going to go mess with the home stand. And
well,
blah, blah, blah.
I don't know. Figure it out. Be better.
Figure it out.
How about not take steroids?
Be better, Tatis. You should just tweet that out.
Yeah, be better. Don't take steroids.
Cam, thank you. Says, any word on Pomerantz or Castillo? Do we keep a closer by committee if we make the playoffs? I can't see that, by the way. I just can't. I don't think that's a recipe for success. Martinez looks better than Garcia. I do agree with that. Pomerantz soon-ish. I don't know. September, hopefully.
You're going to see like 10 appearances from him max this year.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice if he could get 10 appearances in September for this
team. But they better be like the best appearances ever.
Right. He better hold leads. Castillo, I think you could see him sooner rather than later, depending on need. I know he's been good. I don't know what kind of needs they're going to have.
Yeah.
Because if you're adding Pomerantz, who are you replacing? I mean, Hader's still on the active roster.
Steven Wilson, is he still up here?
Who is up here? Hill's been good. Suarez has been excellent. Garcia's been up and down.
Martinez
has been excellent. Charismat's not going anywhere. So their bullpen's solid, Hader isn't, but the bullpen has been solid.
See, Tyler Scott would be the guy.
Yeah.
I think he's on the active roster right now.
Yep. I want to say the first ever South African pitcher. First ever South African pitcher in the big leagues. I think first ever pitcher from South Africa in the big leagues.
Taylor Scott?
I think so. Someone Google that.
Okay.
Because he speaks of like he's from South Africa. Is there a South African accent? I think so.
I don't know.
Alex, if Kim wins Gold Glove, and thank you, Alex, again for the supers. We do appreciate them. If Kim wins Gold Glove, they have to consider moving player number 23 to the outfield.
Don't even say his name.
I know. Maybe. Like, what is he really owed? He's got to help the team. So what helps the team? Like if you got a much better player defensively at short than Tatis, and you have a vacancy in center field.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He's going to start making what? Is next year when he starts making 30 million, or is it?
I don't think it's next year, but
I don't think it's next year either.
It's coming a year or two.
Well, we'll find out. But I personally, I think I've moved on
from Tatis
for this season.
Mm-hmm. Well, you kind of have to.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Friday, like to me, like we're still going to talk about it.
Sure.
If stuff comes out of him talking to Seidler, what was said there, what was said with Preller, if he meets with the teammates, but until those things come out, I feel like it's kind of over with.
Yeah, to some extent, and hopefully the team feels the same way. Because, like you said, you can't be dealing with that in your head when you're trying to play baseball at a high level. You just can't deal with that. You got to move on.
Yeah.
Jeremiah, thank you for following up on this. Taylor Scott, he's the first South African baseball pitcher in baseball and Nippon Professional Baseball League history.
Cool.
Pretty cool. Really cool. Imagine that. How do you get from South Africa where they don't play baseball to the big leagues? How? They don't play baseball. It's kind of cool. Nope. Rich saying Kim could play second next year. What, you're moving Cronenworth, and then that's how you make up for the loss of like a Bell or a Drury?
Yeah, maybe.
Interesting. I don't know. Is Cronenworth the slugger that you need at that position? Bell, we haven't seen it here, but he's like an 850, 900 slug guy. Drury, I don't know if we've seen it here or not. He's an 800 plus OPS guy, but Cronenworth isn't an 800 OPS guy this year. So you need 800 OPS at first base to be a good hitting team, I would think. Although, yeah, Tatis, and maybe have enough offense with Soto and Machado and Tatis, to be honest with you.
Right.
1 second here. I do want to tell our viewers about our partner, Aura.
Yes.
ORA.organic.
Sorry, Will, for the game that you went to.
But yeah, Will, okay, so the co-founder of Aura, Will, literally flew into San Diego. He had purchased tickets for that Thursday Nationals game because he had it penciled in as Tatis's return. So he's in San Diego, and he's got offices in Liberty Station, but he spends part of his year also in Austin.
Yeah.
So he was flying back specifically for the Tatis return. Well, he didn't return, but he still made the trip anyway. He went to the game Thursday, which was awful. So sorry, Will. Yeah, Sorry, but at least they won a couple of games this weekend. Again, if you want
We're
30%
sorry.
off your first order at Aura, click this Build Your Routine button down below. You're going to get 30% off. This is a plant-based nutrition company. We need to thank the co-founder of Aura, Will, for support of this channel. Whether you're looking for probiotics, I take one every single day for digestion and more, pre-workout supplements, proteins for after workouts, omega-3 oils, sleep supplements, immunity pills, whatever you're looking for, they've got it for you. Again, ORA.organic, plant-based nutrition. Click that Build Your Routine button. You're getting 30% off. Again, a San Diego-based business with offices in Liberty Station. Their co-founder is a huge Padres fan. If you're looking to get healthier, make sure to check out Aura, ORA.organic, and there's a link down below.
Yeah, go there right now. They have everything you need to live a healthy lifestyle. Protein powders, pre-workouts, fish oil pills, probiotics that John mentioned, everything. Go there right now, www.aura.organic. When you build your own routine, see that little build your routine there? You get 30% off your first order. You will thank us later. Trust us. Very delicious stuff. Very good for your body. Everything there.
So are we nervous about the red-hot Cleveland Guardians, or at least quasi-hot Guardians, and all these former Padres? And they were rained out today, and they're off tomorrow, and they'll just be waiting for the Padres.
I'm worried about everybody.
Me too.
There's not one team I'm not worried about, because after what we saw versus the Nationals and Marlins the last 10 games, there's no team that I look at or will look past. None. I'm worried about everybody. The way you played against the Nationals and Marlins the last 10 games was horseshit. That was horrible. And you think that as fans, we should go into a Cleveland Guardians series or a Giants series or an Arizona series and feel good about it? No. Every series from here on out, every game from here on out, scary as hell.
Well, here's the thing. I would have told you, if you're a Padres fan, if the Padres could have gotten through the Kansas City series with a, let's say, 5-game cushion on a playoff spot, that's what I was thinking with August. Take advantage, get 5 games up. Well, they're 2 up now with the tiebreaker. They've got 2 against the Guardians, 3 in Kansas City. So the only way they're getting 5 up is if they go 4-1 here or better over the next 5 games. And they still might not be 5 up, depending on how Milwaukee plays or Philadelphia or whomever. So you're looking at basically heading into the teeth of that schedule, the Dodgers, at the Rockies, Giants, right, whatever, St. Louis, Chicago White Sox. You're looking at getting into the teeth of that schedule with either, Jim, a 1, 2, or 3-game divisional lead in all likelihood. That's probably what happens. Maybe you could stretch it to 4 games. Maybe you could be even if you play terribly the next 5 games. But you're looking at probably a 1, 2, or 3-game lead on a playoff spot with then 33 games to play, all against decent teams by and large, other than Arizona. And you got to play your best baseball still, because you can't give anything back. Now, if you stretched it to 5, you'd feel better, I think, because someone behind you needs to play well, and you'd have to play poorly, and it can converge. But it's going to be hard to stretch that to 5 through Kansas City unless they finally go on a winning streak here. They've won 2 straight. Can they make it 4 or 5? We were asking for that last week. Can they make it 4, 5, 6 in a row?
They have given themselves no benefit of the doubt here.
Mm-hmm.
For you to think, they could sweep Kansas City, or no, not Kansas City, but they could sweep Cleveland, even Kansas City on the road. I just don't have that, like, these are easy wins here. You can't stack wins and with the remainder of their schedule. Every single game is going to be tough. They might have blowouts here and there, and they might get blown out here and there, but they do not get any benefit of the doubt here by me at all. Rest of the way.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And Alex brings up a great point, because the Brewers' schedule is soft. They have St. Louis for 4 and the Dodgers for 3 this week at Dodger Stadium. I want to say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so starting tomorrow. Or is it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever it is. But, the Brewers just split with the Dodgers, who came home and then swept the Marlins and beat Alcantara. We talked about that briefly earlier. The Dodgers got to take 2 out of 3 or better here for the Padres. If the Dodgers can do 2 out of 3 or better, you can split against the Guardians and take 2 out of 3 in Kansas City. You can maybe gain another game or so, game and a half, somewhere in there on Milwaukee. And maybe you can get this thing out to 3+ games. Best case scenario, Dodgers run right through the Brewers. But it's like the Dodgers right now don't have the world to play for. Yeah. Now, they haven't clinched the 1 seed. I want to say they're only 4 or 5 games better than the Mets. The Mets have been unbelievable. But they don't have everything to play for right now. Hopefully, now they're impossible to beat at home. I want to say they're 20-2 in their last 22 home games. The Dodgers. How crazy is that? They're 20-2 in their last 22 home games.
Is that good?
And I want to say they're what? Someone look it up. They're like 35-8 in their last 43 games.
And you faced them 6 times
stupid.
at home.
9 times.
9 times. No, but 6 of them on the road, right? Or is it
I think
only
it's
3?
6 at home, Jim.
6 at home. 6 at home.
Because they've had 2 series at Dodger Stadium, so that's at least encouraging. It's tough. I mean, this is, again, you need the Dodgers to win it, at the very least a series against the Brewers, and you need to continue to play well at least through Kansas City. That gives you your best shot to get that, 4-game lead into the final 30-something games of the year,
Right.
All right. So, yes, Padres win here today 2-1, and they do so again behind Sean Manaea, who really needed that and got it. Offense didn't do much, but when you win and you don't do much, it's hard to complain. When you lose and you don't do much, it's very easy to complain. Before we do roll, we do need to answer this. Andrew, if you missed it earlier, this is a very important question, maybe the most important question of the night. Why was there a camel and why was Juan Soto on it? LOL.
Yeah. I don't know, and I don't know why.
Day.
Sure.
I think they brought in camels for the players' families, and then Juan Soto elected to then get on the camel, even though it was probably for like Nick Martinez's kid.
Makes sense. I like it.
So maybe it's a little bit, again, they had the feisty Tom. That didn't really work. Now they have the family camel. Maybe that'll work. I say travel with them. If they go on a win streak, I'm bringing this thing everywhere. He's coming to Kansas City with me. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, the camel's going to be in the dugout,
right?
It has to be.
It does. It really does. All right, guys. Before we get out of here, we do want to remind you about our podcast. Can you pull that chat down, Jim, when you have a second? Our podcast presented by Eric Lanier at Higher Impact Financial. Eric is the founder of Higher Impact Financial, San Diego born and raised, Mount Carmel High, huge Padres fan. Here's his mission: to align his clients' values and passions with their finances. So many ideas and noise out there about how to manage finances. It can get overwhelming. You need a tailored approach. Eric's a fiduciary. He will only make recommendations that truly make sense for you and are in your best interest. He specializes in retirement planning for individuals and couples who are looking to retire in 5 years or less. So he can help you put together a plan by looking at your 401k, pension, Social Security, and more. Along with that, if you're a new family trying to figure out financial planning and investing, Eric can help you too, whether it's figuring out how to manage your debt, paying for college for your kids, or improving your cash flow. You can call Eric at 951-383-3033. That's 951-383-3033 to schedule a free phone or Zoom consultation. Of course, check out the website as well, higherimpactfinancial.com. And find the Wrap Up Show podcast. There is a link down below. We're on Spotify. We are on Apple Podcasts. We're everywhere. Make sure to find it. Audio only edition of the Wrap Up Show. Check out our merch. That's not us, but it's people that look cooler than us in our merch. There's a link down below for the merch.
Kind of look like us.
Kinda. I mean, yeah, Jim, you kind of look like the guy in the second from the right.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
and I kind of look like the gal second from the left.
You do.
Is that relationship girl? Actually, now that I met her.
No, it's not.
It's not. And also, if you want to become a member, custom emojis and badges and members only content, click join down below. Before we get out of here, again, subscribe, smash the like button, follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD, and support our partners. Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance, $750 off your insurance needs. Thank you, Sam, for the super. Says Pods just need to win, and John loves the Doyers. How so?
He's wearing an El Paso Padres hat.
This is AAA Padres.
I don't know, he's messing with you.
Okay, this is the All-Star hat, which remember Ben Fadden gave me a hard time about. Then he bought it, by the way. He's like, oh, you're Dodger loving. Maybe you're talking about that. I'm like, it's the Padres hat. Support Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. Save $750 on your insurance. Link down below. Thank you for your title sponsorship, Mark. ORA.organic. Their co-founder, Will, huge Padres fan. 30% off your first order at ORA.organic. And Omar Sanchez at Edge Home Finance. Scan that QR code right now or call him at 619-387-7798. Check out his brand new website as well, loansbyomar.com. loans by Omar.com. Jim, I'll see you tomorrow at 3 on the radio. Listen to us tomorrow on the radio, 3 to 6. We'll be back with you Tuesday night after Game 1, San Diego and Cleveland. Peace. Have a good night.
Peace out. Bye.
Bye-bye.